Welcome back to Let's Play Darkest Dungeon. I'm your host, Timepants, and today this is it. The final episode, the climax, the culmination of 17 months of, I guess it's not really work, but this is it. The grand finale, the denouement to our hero's sordid little journey. And this is the send-off that I've been wanting for this LP since the end really first came into sight long on the horizon. The four grave robber party has actually been, the Tomb Raiders, I guess, has been the subject of a few requests, but there never seemed to be a good time to squeeze it in. So here we are, and it feels appropriate for what we've done here, don't you think? It's high risk, it's very high reward, and it's perhaps just a little bit ill-advised, but I figure that regardless of how this run goes, let me just... There we go. Let me just have a little sip here.
The fiends must be driven back. And what better place to begin than the seat
All right.
of our noble line?
Well, where was I? I was talking about the run, right? Okay, yeah. Yeah, regardless of how this run goes, this is a party composition I think will feel me leaving real satisfied. Just a nice, satisfying feeling. Not unlike after drinking 6 Samuel Smith's organic chocolate stouts, a beer that I will still shamelessly plug, despite them not returning my calls, letters, emails, unsolicited sperm donations. Their loss, I suppose, but I feel like there was definitely the potential there for a magical collaboration that just never really came together, and more's the pity, I suppose. Immediately, I do regret not making this a darkness run. I'll admit that New Game Plus has just kind of instilled this sort of instinctive urge to pack torches and sun rings. But still, if we just spike the football on the darkest dungeon, then fine, it'll feel good. And yeah, after the misery that it has honestly put us through here, I'm sick of being drowned out by the ancestor. But yeah, after all it's put us through, like, I'll feel pretty good about that. It'll be a nice way to end it. And yeah, if it turns the tables and we end up just getting completely shellacked, at least it'll be a funny way to wrap everything up in sort of a Monty Python kind of way. And if we just barely squeak out a win, like by the skin of our teeth, then yeah, it'll definitely still feel like a fitting conclusion. So, this is great. I love this party. I can't believe it took me this long to get around to it. But while we're wrapping up, and just sort of speaking in very final terms, I don't know, I'd kind of like to take this opportunity to sort of reflect on what I've learned from this whole experience. I never see alchemy tables. That's not what I've learned, although that is the truth of this whole experience. I almost forgot about that. But, what have I learned from this whole experience? Well, for one thing, believe it or not, I am not really the sort of person who devotes a year and a half to a vanity project like this. So I've learned that, if it's just playing video games, I guess, then it's not that hard. I can do that real easy. But what have I learned? Number one. God, this should not be hard to start. Well, I guess number one, I sound like I'm bullshitting all the time, even when I'm not, and possibly especially when I'm not. Like, somebody said that, and I don't know, I don't want to, like, call anybody out or, like, make them feel bad, like they really wounded me deeply, but it was beautiful that somebody said that, because it reminded me, back when I was a kid, I was really into cats. Surprise! No, back when I was a kid, I was really into cats, and so I used to read this cat, like the sea encyclopedia, like every day that we had free reading at school. and I was like super into cats. Everybody knew it. I wrote short stories about a family of cats that I would like share during our open like sharing like show and tell presentation, show your work time. Like for now, now I said that I haven't done like long ongoing projects like this, but I did that for like 3 years, and like everybody knew it. Like Alex. Oh, I guess I just shared my real name. Yeah, young Timepants, named Alex. Wow, I was pretty good about that for like a year and a half, huh? Yeah, young Alex Pants is just the guy who likes cats. So, like, for some reason, I forget, like, what was going on exactly, but, like, a teacher was handing out buttons, and I got, like, those little things that they have, like, a safety pin in them, they're, like, super cheap, and, like, mine had, like, a picture of cat on it. I was like, oh, good, this is the one I wanted. And she's like, you don't have to be sarcastic, young Timepants. It's just like, oh my god. It all just suddenly comes full circle now doing this. So, yeah, apparently I sound like I'm bullshitting all the time. What else did I learn? Number 2. The pro wrestling scene in the UK is real as hell, and it is awesome. Like, I marked the fuck out, and you know that I'm legit because I used the word marked as a verb, and not about like grading papers. But yeah, I marked the fuck out for that that video that was posted of one of the longtime viewers there. Cyanide was his stage name. Like when he posted his stuff, oh my god, like that's real good. Like if you're into pro wrestling, check out that shit because that was awesome as hell. Number three. I should probably talk about the run at some point. This is not really the party for camping. This is, like, we are scraping the bottom of the barrel here, but, yeah, let's just have 90% scouting. This'll probably be okay. Okay. I genuinely, like, I feel like I have made that mistake so many times. Like, I've used the holy water on the statue. That should just rust it, so I don't know why I would even think that would make any sort of, like, logical or cohesive sense. I really got better at this game, didn't I? Number 3. Okay, well, yeah, if you approach every challenge like it wants to kick your ass, I guess sometimes you'll find out that you're a bit of an ass kicker yourself, and that sounds pretty rich about a guy who is, like, not even modestly quasi-famous. Like, I'm like a T-list YouTube demi-celebrity in the sense that there are a handful of people who, if you said, I wear time pants, they might be like, oh, I think I've heard that before. But yeah, if you approach every challenge like it wants to kick your ass, Darkest Dungeon will teach you that sometimes you might be a little bit of an ass kicker yourself. Like, I really thought we were completely fucked on that last run. Like, going into capital T, capital D, capital D, the Darkest Dungeon, in our New Game Plus, I really thought that we had like less than a 20% chance to make that work, and holy shit, somehow we put together, I'm not going to say 4 amazing runs, but let's say 3 1/4, because I mean we still did, oh my god, okay, fuck, fraud exposed, holy shit, I don't know anything about this game. Yeah, we actually put it together when it really mattered, and that felt pretty awesome. Yeah, is that applicable in real life? I think yes. So there you go, applying video games to real life. I didn't waste my time, Mom and Dad. Other than that, apropos of nothing, do not ever leave a recording of yourself after like 6 refreshing bottles of Samuel Smith's organic chocolate stout on YouTube because you recorded it and you don't have any other footage that you can use. Just, for no reason. Number 5? Yeah, the sort of people who watch my videos have like an encyclopedic knowledge of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory and the Very Hungry Caterpillar. That makes you cool as all get out in my book. So seriously, like, thank you for being a really awesome audience. Like, I feel weird saying that you're an audience at all because that would suggest that I am something worth watching. But all the same, like, seriously, the commentary from episode to episode was awesome. It was what I looked forward to. It was not just validation for my very needy ego, or nego. That sounds offensive. It was not just validation for me, it was motivation. And I always wanted to get a new episode up as quickly as possible. Like, even when I was sick and my body was like, holy shit, don't do this to yourself. Like, I still really wanted to get episodes up as quickly and as much as possible because I dug the hell out of what you guys had to say and all the advice that you gave me that actually made beating the game possible. Thank you, because I fucking suck. So thank you very much for, in a lot of ways, dragging me through. Where there were one set of footsteps in the sand, that was where you carried me. Other than that, oh yeah, speaking of audience members, I very briefly had a hater. So as far as I'm concerned, that means that I made it. So that was awesome too. Number 6, 7, we'll say 7, because that gives me a sense of accomplishment and unwarranted self-importance. Number 7, always bring a map, he says, not bringing a maply. But always bring a map, because seriously, if you're the kind of person who says you don't need a map, you're exactly the kind of person who should bring a map. And yeah, I think, like, not to crib a page from Northern Lion, the person that I constantly reference throughout this whole series. Give me a minute. Yeah, not to crib a page from Northern Lion, but Rocky Balboa is right. It's not how hard you can hit, it's if you can hit them faster and first. What else? Oh yeah, the final thing, number 8, let's say, that I learned, John Cena always wins. Holy shit. Okay, so there's one guy in the comments, if you have read them at all, and I know who wouldn't want to read YouTube comments, if you read them at all, there's a guy who just sometimes posts in all capital letters, John Cena, usually with an exclamation point. Dude's seriously got a point. Straight up. John Cena, dude. Like, if it absolutely, positively must be done right. Holy shit, this is our last room. I feel naked without John Cena. Shit, please don't take that out of context. Yeah, we gotta make sure that this goes well, guys. I think we're fine. We are definitely fine. Oh my god, we are so fine. Yeah. This is a dude who just, like, for the past year has been periodically coming in and posting John Cena in all capital letters. And I just want to say, thank you, dude, for being you, because that's fucking great. Like, there didn't seem to really be any sort of rhyme or reason to it, because, yeah, it was in episodes that didn't have my John Cena character, but all the same, John Cena. There you go. So, like, fuck, this is it. Like, we're super dominating this fight right now. So I mean, this is it. This is actually it. If I didn't mention you, like, all the people who cared enough and were invested enough to, like, ask for a character named after them, holy shit, you guys rock. Even though sometimes I used you as the unfortunate butt of a goodly many jokes, thank you for rolling with it and dying sometimes. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Like, it made me feel really invested also. I mean, obviously this was my baby and my pet project, but all the same, yeah, thank you very much for actually caring enough to want to literally be a part of it. So thank you. Oh, good. Yeah, of course. Let's get Eldritch Slayer now. But this is it. So I don't want to like bring the mood down because this has been a really fun run, and I want to thank everyone who suggested it. But yeah, this is the end. I really appreciate everybody who has been watching for this year and a half, even if it's just been a few episodes, even if this is the last episode that I do and the first episode that you ever watch. Like, thank you very, very much for watching. It's been a great pleasure. But yeah, I unfortunately don't really have time to maintain a series anymore. Now, if there's like DLC that comes out or something like that, of course I'm going to do something, so please keep an eye out, and I'll probably be putting stuff up on my channel. This just feels like a good way to end it. Let me just... no, hold on. There we go. Okay. So that's it. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it, and thank you.